So, it's my buddy Nick's page, and he wants me to do a deck profile on my Burning Abyss. It's a little bit different than other builds because it doesn't have Mathematicians or Felice.
Boo.
So, let's get right into it. First, I run 3 Skarm. He's obviously one of the key cards in the deck. He helps search out tour guides, and tour guide's a major player in this game with the Burning Abyss. I also run 3 Graph, obvious reasons. It's a Burning Abyss deck. Next, 3 Sirs. 3 Tour Guide. I have some combos with Tour Guide. I'll show them a little bit later. My boss monsters are Caius, Blackluster Soldier, and Dark-Armed Dragon. Plague Spreader. He gets me into my level 5 synchros. Actually really good in clutch. There's a combo with him in Tour Guide, as well as Leviair, so I'll show that a little bit later. 2 Card Trooper because I don't have Mathematician. I wish I had Mathematician. I cry that I don't have him.
Well, which is actually better, Mathematician or Card Trooper?
I prefer Mathematician because I get to choose what goes to the graveyard when he's summoned instead of Card Trooper's effect, just milling 3 random cards. I mean, I do that enough as it is because of Dante, so it would just work out better for me if I had the Mathematicians. Eventually I want to get Felice in here as well so I can get Arcanite out, and I need to get Arcanite as well. My spells: 2 rank up Magic Astral Forces. Obvious reasons. Go into Pallades, Volcasaurus, Braum. Couple other cards I could go into, but I chose not to use them. Like the C69, Heraldry Horror Crest, or whatever it's called.
Heraldry Crest of Horror.
Back to square one. Helps with my Burning Abyss combo. With my Burning Abyss combos. And it gets rid of problematic cards like Winda or Zenmaines. Like in the dual video, had to get rid of Zenmaines somehow. Unfortunately, I didn't have back to square one at the time. I could have Phoenix Wind blasted it, but oh well. 2 supply squads because when Burning Abyss monsters on the field with cards that aren't Burning Abyss, they destroy themselves, so I get a +2 or +1 off of it. And then 1 Allure, they're all darks, creature swap. Great because if I have Skarm on the field or Sir on the field, or even Graf, sorry, on the field, I can creature swap for them if their monster's attack is higher than mine, attack over it, and get their effects off. 1 Book of Moon for other problematic cards such as Winda. Set it to that way so I get special summon more than once. 1 Pot of Duality. Helps with consistency. Even though it's really consistent as it is, it just nullifies my special summoning, so it doesn't really hurt too much depending on what my field and hand looks like. 1 Dark Hole. That's going to change to Raigeki because, well, Raigeki's back and it's just way too good of a card not to put in. And 1 Foolish Burial because it kicks off my combos. For my traps, I run 2 Phoenix Wind Blasts. Try saying that 7 times fast. I've tried it. Doesn't work out that well. With the discard ability, it helps me to kick off my Burning Abyss plays as well, or gets me Plague Spreader in the graveyard so I can synchro up for 5s. Karma Cut, again, helps get my Burning Abyss cards out. Found out it's really effective against Harpies because they're all Harpy-lating in the graveyard, and you activate that on one of their Harpies as long as they're on the field, and it just totally slaughters them because it removes all of them from play. They can't activate Hysteric Sign. or Soul Charge, that way so they can get their Phantasmal Dragon out, or Lightning Chidori. So it works out really well. Double Breakthrough skill, because this format is revolving around monster effects on the field, and let's just face it, you need that negation, that way so you can get your plays off, especially against Shaddolls and Satellar Knights. For my one-ofs, I run Bottomless, Torrential Tribute, Solemn Warning, and Compulsory Evacuation Device. My extra deck, I run 2 Dantes. I just got them on Friday. It was awesome. Bought 4 boxes, pulled 2 Dantes. It was amazing. Constellar Pleiades for rank up magic, Astral Force. Ghost Trick a la card. Destroy their face downs if they have them. Mech Equipped Engineer. Granosaurus. Tyrus, again, Astral Force. Braum, Astral Force. Volcasaurus. Leviair. Couple combos with him. I'll show you a bit. I run Armades and Catastor. I found that Armades helps out a lot against any deck, really. Keeps my Armades from getting banished, and Catastor is just kind of in there just as a filler, I guess. Couldn't think of anything else to run. I also run 1 Winda for my Shaddol matchups because I side Super Poly in, and 1 Construct for the same reason. My side deck, it's going to change because, well, the format's changed and not a lot of decks run 3s except for Burning Abyss. But 2 Tragodia, 2 E-Virus, those are being traded out for Puppet Plants. Tragodia is probably going to be sided out or traded in for another breakthrough skill and maybe a Fiendish Chain. I haven't decided yet. Gen X Ally Birdman. I can't wait till Virgil, the Rockstar from Burning Abyss, comes out because he is just way too good not to put in. I might run him at 1, might run him at 2. It just depends on what the format's going to look like for January. Super Poly for Shaddol matchups. Diffusion for Shaddol matchups. 2 Emptiness, too good of a card not to have in the deck. I don't main it because my deck special summons a lot. 2 Giant Trap Holes. I found this card works really well against Cliff-Orths, and I'm basically just getting prepared for them. They're going to be one of the best decks of the format, so why not get started on preparing for them now? If I could run more Bottomless Trap Holes, I would. And I prefer this over Space-Time Trap Hole because I don't have to pay the life points for it. And then I run 2 Curse Seal of Forbidden Spell. Shuts down Shaddol Fusion. I'm really not too worried about Super Poly because, well, first off, you can't chain that to it. And gets rid of Rhoda, which is really going to be coming in handy against E-Heroes when they come out because they'll have 2 Searchers, well, 3 Searchers, but one's a monster. And gets rid of the Search Plays and Shaddol Fusion. That's really why it's in there. But Electric Virus, it's going to be taken out for Puppet Plants because the format is revolved around spellcasters and warriors. So that's what's going on with that. Alright, and combo plays. So let's say Plague Spreader's in the graveyard. I have Tour Guide in hand, and Sir is in the graveyard, or is in the deck. Doesn't really matter which one it is. But I would summon Tour Guide, special summon Burning Abyss monster, and then I would special summon Plague Spreader from the graveyard. Synchro up for 5. Get out our mateys. I usually try to have my field established before I do that. I like to make sure that I have Dante out, or at least a Pallades. That way, so I don't have to worry about just our mateys being on the field. It also helps out with OTK stoppers like Gores. That way, so they can't drop Gores on our mateys. Another combo play that I have, I actually did it in game 2 against the 6 Sams. As you saw, I had 2 Burning Abyss monsters on the field, as well as Dante. So Dante's on the field, 2 Burning Abyss monsters. Plague Spreader is banished because I already used his effect. And then what I did was I overlaid for Levier, wherever Levier is. Then I removed a Light and a Dark from play, special summon BLS. Then I detached then I detached to special summon Tour Guide. Then I normal summoned Plague Spreader. Sorry, Plague Spreader was in my hand. Synchro summon up for our mateys. And from there I just kind of screwed over my opponent, or your opponent. So that's what I have for the combo plays in the deck. Every other combo is kind of basic and straightforward. You know them already. But that's what it is, so there's my deck profile.
Cool. Any last words?
Yeah, shout out to Nick. He let me do this deck profile on his channel, and hopefully you guys subscribe to his channel after watching this. I hope you guys have a great day.
Cool. Comment, subscribe, everybody. Bye.